Welcome back to another video, everyone. One of the most common questions that I see get asked by beginner programmers is how important data structures and algorithms are, and whether or not it's worth it for beginners to learn this kind of stuff, right? Not only that, but also whether or not you have to know data structures and algorithms to kind of get your first job as a software developer. And today I thought I'd make a video answering those kind of questions. Before we get into the video, guys, if you like the content, like the video, subscribe to the channel. It's absolutely free for you guys, and you can always unsubscribe, and it helps me so much, so I would really appreciate it. So a short answer is no. Beginners don't need to know data structures and algorithms, and also don't even need to know them to get your first job, right? Some companies have a very simple hiring process where it might be just a phone screen and then like a behavioral interview. There might not be a technical interview, or the technical interview might be very basic or like a take-home project. And data structures, algorithms, all this kind of stuff might not even come up in your interview process. I've definitely gotten jobs and gotten internships in the past where it hasn't even come up. So it might not even be necessary to get your first job, but that's where it ends, right? To kind of get a better job and to progress as a software developer, you definitely need to know data structures and algorithms. I'm just talking about for beginners and for the first job. Not only will learning data structures and algorithms make you a completely better programmer, it'll give you a ton of knowledge that you can use in different situations, and your code is going to be a lot more efficient. Knowing data structures and algorithms really will increase your odds of getting a better job, right? All the FANG companies, they use data structures, algorithms in their technical interviews. A lot of big tech companies and a lot of mid to senior developer roles will have some sort of technical aspect in the interview process. So you definitely have to learn it at some point. The question is when, right? If you're just starting out, you just made the decision that you want to learn how to code, when is the right time to actually learn about data structures and algorithms, right? So to talk about this, I can kind of tell you guys about my own experience. So in school, we learned data structures and algorithms right off the bat. So, one of the first courses we took, like a computer science course, they started off teaching us different data structures, different algorithms like stacks, heaps, a ton of different stuff. And we kind of used that and built on the foundations. So like we learned arrays and all that kind of stuff first, and then we kind of learned data structures as well. And we kind of learned it from the bat, which was, very beneficial. We also looked for a lot of internships in our first year, so that definitely helped us, with some interviews. But my first couple of internships, these types of topics didn't even come up. So I think if you're not in like a college program, if you're in a boot camp, or if you're doing self-taught development, then you shouldn't take this approach. I don't think data structures and algorithms, if you're being self-taught or you're learning in a boot camp where it's very specialized to teach you the skills to get a specific job, like front-end development, for example, I don't think you necessarily need those data structures and algorithms just yet. I mean, your goal should just be to learn the foundations. What I would do is, learn the fundamentals, learn the foundations in like arrays, for loops, variables, functions, learn all of those. Learn all of those topics, and then kind of pick a language, get some experience using a programming language, maybe take a course on like one of the languages you decide to use, and then start building a side project and really get your feet wet and get some experience with the programming language. And then once you really have decided you want to code and that you like it and you want to pursue it as a career, then I would start learning data structures and algorithms. Now, if you don't want to do that, another time that is pretty good to start learning is when you're applying for jobs. So data structures and algorithms are one of those things that are really important at specific stages, right? So they're mostly important when you're interviewing for jobs, especially for more senior roles, because technical questions, algorithm questions are what companies use to get you hired, right? But these types of topics don't really come up that much in the actual workplace. They definitely do, but in my experience at least, they really haven't come up that much. And so what I'm trying to say is data structures and algorithms are a really specific skill for a specific purpose. Most of the time it's mostly used to get a job interview. So the best time to start learning it would be, when you're prepping to apply for jobs. And then afterwards, once you're employed, it's not that serious. But definitely once you're, looking for a job, data structures and algorithms are a very important topic that you should cover and you should be, comfortable with. So guys, there really isn't a perfect time to know data structures and algorithms, but for a beginner or someone that's going for their first job, I would actually say that they're not really that necessary. They could actually add more complexity than necessary. So if you're looking for your first job and you're just starting out, don't try to focus on them from the get-go. That being said, you don't have to listen to me. If you want to, if you're interested in it, obviously go for it. Learning them earlier on could also be, beneficial because you get all this knowledge that you can apply right away, and then your understanding of, coding and computer science and your problem solving skills could actually improve if you learn data structures and algorithms early on. But all in all, at some point you're going to have to learn about them, and at some point you're going to have to work on them and have them as a good skill to have. You should have good proficiency with data structures and algorithms if you want to make software engineering, your career. So guys, I hope you found this video informational. It's a bit shorter today, but I tried to make it pretty specific and answer some specific questions. So I really hope you guys have enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. If you guys liked it, if you guys didn't like the video, if you guys disagree or agree with anything, leave a comment down below and like the video and subscribe to the channel, guys. It's free for you. Like I said, you can always unsubscribe and it helps me so much. So thank you very much. And as always, guys, have a good day and enjoy your coding.